Okay, so I'm gonna start off with the eyes, and it is gonna have a bit of steps, okay? It's not like the easiest look ever, but it's not really that hard either. It's just, it has a lot of steps, and it's gonna come out real pretty though. So what I'm gonna do first is I'm going to make sure that my concealer is not creased and it is also not set. And I'm gonna go in first with the darkest green in here. Wait, is that the one that I went in with? Yeah. Almost can't remember my steps. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and apply this all over the eyelid, and this is the MAC 217S. This is the brush that I use in every single one of my eye swatch videos to pack on the eyeshadow. And like I said, this is just gonna go all the way to the tape if you're using tape, and all the way to the inner corner. But don't stop at the inner corner just there. Go all the way in. Like really bring that all the way to the inside. Yeah, so it's gonna look a little weird at first, but then you're gonna have something like real cool over here. So just keep going. Once it is packed on, you can always go back to this, but I'm gonna move on and use a blending brush. Use the bright pink in here, and I'm gonna blend out, well, not really blend it out, but I'm gonna apply this above the dark green and start blending out. So it's going to blend out eventually, but it's gonna be slowly. And you're also going to slowly build up that shade so that way it can look nice and intense. And you're going to go all the way into the inner corner as well. Then go back into the dark green shade using that same brush and go in between the two shades. And I'm just going to use this shade to go in between the two shades to start blending. And so that way there's no harsh line in between the two shades. You're just going from dark to light. And I'm going to use my MAC 217 and go into the bright green. And I'm going to pick up more color because I want to build up the dark green color. Well, not the dark green color, but the bright green color. I'm taking my blending brush. I'm going to go back into the bright green. So now I'm going to take the MAC 217S brush again. And I'm going to go over the eyelid area where I already had that shade. And I'm going to build up the color again because some of it does fade away little by little. So all the way to the inner corner and all the way out to the tape. I forgot to make it pointy in the inner corner. I am going to do that though. That is something that I already had in mind. So I'll do that afterwards. But first I do want to apply my inner corner shade so that way my black eyeliner doesn't get dusty with the inner corner highlight shade. So next I am going to do my eyeliner, but I'm just going to do it on the rest of the eye. And it is going to be a really big wing. It's going to be, you're going to be able to see it. It's going to be noticeable. And so now I'm gonna let it dry. I'm gonna just pretty much make sure it is completely dry before I continue. It doesn't take that long, but you can see it's a really black, a really matte eyeliner, and it looks really pretty. I like it a lot. It's my favorite eyeliner, and actually I need just a tiny bit more on the outside because it needs to be a little thinner. There. I got some on the tape, but that's okay. I just really want it to look pretty sharp. Now you're going to need a glitter glue or an eyelash glue, but I am going to use an eyelash glue because it has the brush on there and it is a very, very thin brush and it's going to act like an eyeliner, but I'm not going to use it all the way across. I'm going to use it in sections. So what I'm going to do is apply this right above the black and again work in sections. And I'm just gonna stop there. I take the time to get the other brush. This is kind of drying and getting a little tacky, so I'm gonna look for my brush because I lost it. I'm going to use the light green eyeshadow in this palette, and I'm gonna apply it right on the eyelash glue. Don't worry if it gets a little bit on the black because I'm gonna remove it. I'm gonna like brush it off and it's not really gonna get stuck on there, so don't worry about that. It will look a little messy at first. So that is the inner part. So like I said, I'm gonna work in sections. And then for the outer part, you're gonna pass up the black eyeliner, so don't connect it at the end of the black eyeliner. Just keep going until you pass it up all the way out, just like that. Okay, so there it is. It looks a little messy. Don't worry about that. You will fix it later. Okay, so now I'm just gonna wait for that to dry a little bit before brushing it off. Just a few seconds is fine. And I'm gonna take a little bitty small brush, just like this. It looks like a pencil, like an eyeliner brush. It looks like this, like an eyeliner brush, but it's really soft. And I'm gonna go over the black to start removing the glitter that's left there. So this one came out a little bit thicker than the other side, but that's okay. And there are some areas that are not even, okay? So the eyeliner is going to look a little weird, but I'm gonna go over the glitter with the eyeliner to make it straight. And you can see it on this side, like I did the same thing. So I'm just gonna go over the black part and just even things out and clean them up wherever I feel necessary. Like I'm missing a tiny bit of glitter on the inner section, so I'm gonna go over that real quick. There is your glitter eyeliner, just done with eyelash glue or glitter glue, whatever it is that you used, and that's pretty much it. So now what I'm going to do is take the lime green in here and I'm going to spray it because it looks more intense, it looks more wet. So I'm just going to spray it twice. I'm going to apply it right here in the inner corner, like a big amount, okay? So don't be selfish with this color, just apply it. It's going to be really intense. You really want it to show up. Then I'm just gonna go in with a small brush and just blend that into it, like into the other two shadows, just real easily. I mean, nothing too much. And then I'm gonna go back into the bright green shade and apply that on the lower lash line. Well, first you gotta take off the tape though. So I do have some fallout. I have a lot of it from the glitter mainly, but it's okay. I'm gonna clean that later. So now I'm gonna go into the bright green and I'm gonna apply that on the lower lash line. Using this flat brush, I'm going to use the olive green that I used on the eyelid area and just apply that closer to the waterline. And then I'm just going to use a black eyeliner. This is the Urban Decay Waterline Pencil. And I'm also going to tap that in onto the lower lashes, or just right below the lower lashes, just to get some black under there and make it a little bit intense. And the next step for this look, you guys, is going to be using an actual glitter glue, just because I mean, you can still use the lash glue if you want to, but to me this is just a little bit creamier and easier to work with on bigger areas. So I'm just going to use a tiny brush with that. And I'm going to apply that using a tiny brush, and I'm just going to go over the black area with the glitter glue. And I'm going to take another shimmery green shade, the one that's right next to the lime yellow, the greenish shade that I applied on the inner corner, and I'm gonna apply this right on top of the glitter glue. Then I'm gonna go in one last time with the bright green shade and go over what I already had. Now all I'm gonna do next is curl my eyelashes, apply my mascara, and then apply my falsies. Okay, so I still have to do my brow bone, and then I have to do my inner corner eyeliner. So I'm gonna do my brow bone first. And I'm gonna use the Dose of Colors Soulmate by Dose of Colors. That was dark, I look like a zombie. By Dose of Colors and I Love Sarai, one of my favorite highlighters. And I'm just looking down because I'm looking for my brush. Like, where are you? It's underneath all my mess. That's what it is. So I'm gonna just take this brush, this highlighter with a pointy brush, like a pointy pencil brush, and apply this on the brow bone. And this is also going to help the eyeshadow look a little bit more blended up here, because since it's like shimmery, it really, I don't know, it's like it makes it less noticeable that there's a line there. You see how it just kind of helped that blend. But I am also going to take a blending brush, same one I used earlier, the little one, and just go over the highlighter and the shadow. And that is it. So I am going to do my inner corner eyeliner just to make my eye look pretty pointy on the inside. I love the way that looks. I always prefer to do it after I do my inner corner highlight, so that way it doesn't take away from the eyeliner being dark. Okay, so I'm just gonna apply some lip balm because I really need some. And I know I probably look like I'm super glamorous because of my eyes, you know, but in reality, nope, I am just wearing a t-shirt. This is actually my California Death Valley souvenir shirt. So for primer today, I'm gonna use both of these right here. The first one that I'm gonna apply is the Too Faced Hangover RX. This one is very moisturizing on my skin and I really like it. And then I'm gonna use the Covergirl True Blend Skin Smoothing, and this one really does make my foundation look really even and smooth. And I'm gonna apply this mainly like on the center of my face, but pretty much everywhere too. It's just, this is where I start. I'm also gonna mix two foundations. The first one is the Natasha Denona Transfer Matte with the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin. Both of these are full coverage, but I like to mix them together. They just give me a really nice finish. And I'm gonna use a brush to blend it out today. And this brush is the Morphe JH03 foundation brush. For concealer today, I'm gonna use the Huda Beauty. So everything that I'm doing is pretty much very full coverage, I know, but this is more of a, you know, more of a glam look, I guess. And so I'm doing a full face, and I'm just gonna use this with my brush right here, and I'm gonna concentrate this concealer mainly on my under eye area, but I'm also gonna do my forehead. And if I cover up accidentally any of the eyeshadow, I'll just go over that later, but I always try to be careful and try not to do that. I'm just gonna take my foundation brush and go in between the concealer and the foundation just to make sure that everything looks pretty blended. Not pretty blended, I mean, we want it to look really blended, but you know, that's the hope, that's the idea. To set everything, I am going to use the CoverGirl Loose Powder, and I'm gonna start off with my under eyes and then also set my foundation and just all of my face. I'm gonna go ahead and remove the powder that I have underneath my eyes. I'm gonna contour my face. I am gonna use the Lorac Mega Contour Kit. It's not Mega, this is just the Lorac Pro Contour Kit, and I'm gonna use the medium shade here. So all around my hairline, I'm gonna bring some color back to my face. This is such a good color for it, the medium skin tone, the medium shade. I used to always use the light, and since I started using the medium, I just really like it. It's more bronzy. The other one is a little bit more ashy, but not in a bad way, at least not for my skin tone, but this one is just warmer, and I don't know, it's been a little different for me, and I really like it. Also, it's convenient because I told you, like, I'm running out of a few shades in here, and that one is packed. So yeah, it came at a good time that I started liking it. Okay, and then today I'm gonna use a new palette, and this one is the MAC face palette. This one's called the MAC Shiny Pretty Things Face Compact, and this one is in the medium deep skin tone, or medium deep palette, or tones, or whatever, and I'm trying it out for the first time. I already tried the silver one, and I'm gonna do a video on it, so I'm gonna show you both. I'm gonna show you a demo with both of these palettes. So first I am gonna apply my bronzer, and I'm gonna use this one right here. Now this is a little bit deep, like it is, you know, but I think it can work for me. The light one, in the silver packaging, it did work for me, and I think I can make this one work. As long as I do a light hand, I think it would be just fine. So I'm gonna try it out. If it's too much, well, then it's too much, but we will find out. So I'm just gonna get a little bit with my bronzer brush. I'm just like putting it in there. It's kind of like a creamy, powdery formula, at least that's how the other one is, and it looks like this is exactly the same. So I'm just gonna go over my contour area. You see, it is not bad. I'm not applying too much, And these, the other time in the silver packaging, like they blended out so smoothly. All three, like the highlight with the blush and the bronzer all together, they just look really smooth on my skin. So this one, oh, I really like this bronzer. Even though it's a little deeper than what I'm used to, it's looking good. Like, look at how easy that was. I mean, even though the contour was already like bringing me color, this just, I don't know, it just gave me something a little bit different. So I'm just gonna go over my hairline a little bit. I'm not gonna overdo it because I think I already applied enough of the contour, but just a little bit, just to use it. Like I said, this one comes with the blush and the highlight, so that's what I'm gonna use today. So next is the blush. Okay, so next is the highlight in here, and it looks like a pretty gold. It also has the little bow on there. And I'm using the Morphe JH09. Can you see me right there? It is such a pretty gold. I was gonna say highlight. It's a pretty gold highlight. Does not look bad on my skin tone. It actually looks really good. Really, really good. I'm pretty sure the other one, what was it? I think it's like pinky. It doesn't look bad either. It also looked pretty good, but I like this one. This one's gold. I feel like it goes better with my skin tone, and it also goes really good with today's look. So I'm gonna apply this on my nose, on my cheeks, and I'll just apply a little bit up here. Okay, so I'm thinking of trying just a lipstick or adding a lip gloss on top of it. I think maybe it'll go good with this very glamorous eye look, but I'm gonna try just the lipstick alone first. This is My Main by Dose of Colors. Then I think that looks pretty good though, right? I mean, I think it looks good, but I'm still gonna try to see, no, I'm not gonna try to see, I'm gonna see how it looks with the lip gloss on top. So yeah, this one is Over the Top. It's the new one by Desi and Katie and Dose of Colors, plural. This looks much better than just the lipstick alone. I don't know, tell me what you think. So I am all done now. I hope you guys like the way that it turned out. I'm really, really happy with it. Just by using one little palette, I created a different look. You know, you don't necessarily think of using eyeshadow as your eyeliner, but just try it out. You don't need a bunch of different loose glitters. Just use what you already have in your collection, use what you already have in your palettes. And an eyelash glue can be very helpful. It's not just for eyelashes, you can use it, because you can use it for glitter, like loose glitters, but in this case I just used it for the eyeshadow because you can use it really thin, you can make it thicker, you can use little dots, you can just apply that everywhere. Use glitter in different areas of your eye. But yes, you guys, I really do think this little palette is so worth it. Like, if you're looking for a green, this has so much variety in it. And then I know a lot of people were saying, oh, you know, that's not really green, that's more like teal, but it's still green. I mean, it's a green, has green eyeshadows, green glitters in here. I'm still happy with it. Like, I really like it. I like this one, I like the blue one. You know, none of them were like super bad. Everything was just like, some are just more neutral, some, you know, just reds, you know, it just depends on the tones that you like. So although yes, I guess you can kind of think of it as it's more teal or not so much green, but there's a lot of green in here. I mean, olive, that kind of worked right there. All of the eyeshadows are still in the green family, so I'm still really happy with the palette, and I was happy with this look. Like I said, I think the eyeliner is just a little extra glam, and it looks really pretty. I'm very happy with it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's tutorial, and if you recreate it, I would love to see it. And that is pretty much it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching another one, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.